Arlo podcast, brought to you by All American Ford in Aniana, Alabama. Stop by and see John Makovica and his team today.
We are back.
Yep.
It is a beautiful Saturday on this day for recording. We have in studio the pride and joy of now two towns, formerly Gardendale, now Brookwood.
Okay.
He's decided to spread his wings and hit multiple schools this year.
Okay.
And I guess the old dating pool got a little thin around his many years stomping around of the big Gardendale, Alabama. So I guess he's decided to venture out and see if that maybe the pickings were a little bit better somewhere else.
And they are.
Was that the?
And they,
Yeah. Was that the motivating factor?
Yes.
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Sound like you, Dave. Are you sure?
I came from a huge school, boy. You couldn't plow all those crops. It was huge down in Central Florida.
He couldn't sow all them oats.
No.
Stay
No.
So, how's the new season going? Making new friends?
Definitely a lot.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
What season though? Baseball or football?
Well, tell us about it.
Yeah.
So
Let's start with baseball. Workouts have been Monday to Thursday, sometimes on Fridays, but like Mondays and Wednesdays are like actually weight training,
Mhm.
like benching, squatting, and everything. Tuesdays and Thursdays are conditioning.
Mhm.
And if we have something come up like last week, we had the I can't even talk.
he can't even talk. He had the
Teacher
meet the teacher night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teacher or parent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't do anything Tuesday. And then we had our prep rally for our first game Thursday. And so we couldn't do anything Thursday. So we had to work out this past Friday, and it sucked absolutely balls.
So you're saying your coach had to made you make up for it?
Oh, yeah. He's a good coach. He pushes you.
That's good.
And he said if he don't push you, then he don't like you. So
Well, there's truth to that.
Yeah.
You know.
What is that for baseball?
Yeah, they're starting them early, man. They want to have a good team. They start their workouts way early, which I like. I mean, I think it's good.
well, they've been doing it since summer, but since I just got there,
Oh, okay.
which we have tryouts October 3rd to the 5th. It's
3rd to the
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
How you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm finna start throwing and hitting again.
Okay. Not to throw your arm out too soon.
Yeah.
What are you going to try to shoot for? You still shooting for what position you going to try to shoot for?
Well, for JV, I'm going to shoot for shortstop, but for varsity, I'm going to shoot for outfield.
Why for outfield?
Because there's already like 4 shortstops there.
Ugh. That's always rough.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you just got to go in and beat them.
Yeah.
Beat them all out. Take
Yeah.
your spot.
That's why I'm still going to try out, but that's what I mainly shoot for outfield there.
No, we're not going to cut you short. If you want shortstop, we're going for shortstop.
Yeah. It sounds like you're going for the easier spot. Is what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can't-
backup spot there.
No, you got to go and you got to beat. You got to go. What did The Rock say? He went to the guy came to him when he was at Miami, and the guy looked at me because I'm taking your spot, and then he goes, "No, you're not," and the guy took his spot.
The guy took the rock spot.
Yeah, when he was in college football.
Shit.
So you got to go in and go. I'm taking your spot.
There you
Miami
go.
plays today against Florida.
There you go. So you gotta have that motivation. You can't say, I'm gonna shoot because there's too many people in
Well,
line.
I'm
You
not
just
like knocking myself down on it. I'm just saying.
That's right. Well, I'm just saying too. We're just saying that we want to see you. Now we're committed. Dave and I are committed to see you at varsity playing shortstop for whatever team you're on.
I'm definitely gonna try my best.
How the girls gonna? How you don't want to be number 4 in line? You got how the girls gonna like number 4? They want the number 1 guy.
Right.
They'll still like me though.
These guys.
All right.
He has a little bit of confidence right there. If he had his confidence, if he had the confidence for his position as he does with the girls, he'd be unheard of, right?
Yeah, he'd be coaching the team.
Yeah. They tell the coaches to move on over. I got this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. So when did school start?
It's already started.
I know. When?
What do you mean?
What day? About a week ago. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, about like 2 weeks ago.
If that was a hard question, you're in for a long hour. Let me tell you.
I just started and went with the program. I didn't really care which day it started.
Yeah.
Gardendale starts 27th, but since I moved to Tuscaloosa County, I think they start the 7th.
Okay.
So
There you go.
Cool.
something like that.
You don't have all the normal places to hang out like you did over here, do you? A little bit, everything's a little further apart, right?
I mean, I'm slowly starting to learn the places they hang out, but it's just mostly people's houses. Things out there.
That'll get you in trouble.
Out there in the sticks.
Yeah.
Out there to sticks.
So is that where your mother lives? Out there?
Yes,
Okay.
with Corey.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool,
there.
man.
He likes the lake. They're on the lake, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got the little country club with the pool and got
Nice.
the lake and hell, if he was a golfer, he'd be set, man. They got
Yeah.
a little golf course and everything.
I like top golf, but I don't got patience for actual golf.
It's actually pretty fun if you've ever taken the time to play it, because I've never played it until I went to Oklahoma City. I was out there working, and I was actually flying in when the tornado hit, many years ago. It was just wiping out the whole town, and the pilot didn't tell us. And so when we land and we get off the plane, nobody says, everybody's oblivious. This is before cell phones. So I get off and I get a cab, and of course the airport's fine, but my cab's taking me to my rental car place, and it looks like a damn bomb went off. And I go, what the hell going on around here? And they go, where'd you come from? How do you not know? I said, well, shit, I just got off a plane. And they said it was like an F5 tornado blew through, and
Just ate the place up.
oh, it was unbelievable. But anyway, so we went to the golf courses because my partners like to play golf,
Mm-hmm.
and because we didn't have no ties to the city, we had full free reign of the golf courses, and it was awesome. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to play in a tornado ravaged town, that's
That's the best time because
Yeah.
everybody else is busy.
Yeah.
I'd have to get the form for golf again because I got the baseball swing. So
Yeah. Well, listen, we're not trying to join a PGA tournament. I was just out there drinking beer
and hammering the ball.
Yeah. Jesus.
Slamming it down to see how far you can hit.
Sure. Yeah.
that's
That-
what top golf's for.
Yeah, it is. I didn't do good at Top Golf the last time we went. I was horrible.
Hmm.
I was horrible. The
Hey.
time before that, I was awesome.
He smacked a couple of them, but all the other ones.
Really?
I don't know, just wasn't with me, man.
I got to get out there. We should go out there as a group.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Tonight we're going.
Look at he's like that. We're doing it
Oh,
tonight.
tonight. I'm actually going to a concert tonight.
What concert?
It's called the Molly Ringwalds.
Yeah, the Molly
You know the-
Ringwalds. Yeah,
Yeah, so we're going to go out there and listen to some 80s music.
there you go.
So it'll be
Gavin would
fun.
love that.
Oh, you're an 80s guy?
No,
Okay. All right.
I don't know why he said that.
Just to entice you to say something back.
Yeah.
But speaking of work, I got to tell you this funny story.
Mhm.
So, I was down in Natchitoches, Louisiana, this past week, and we went in this place called Mama's, a seafood place, and we had this waitress, and I'm not lying, she was as pretty as a sunrise, man. She was cute. Went to the local college, I believe, down there, but man, I don't know what her GPA is, but it couldn't be high. She walked out there, and this guy that was with me, he goes, "Hey, man," he looks at me, he goes, "Hey, you want to split a dozen oysters?" And I said, "Sure, I'll split a dozen oysters." So he looks at her, he goes, "Hey, we're going to get a dozen oysters to start off with." And she said, "All right." And so she goes and bubbly, the whole thing. She goes back, and she comes back, she sets the tray down, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he goes, "She must not have heard me. She brought 6 oysters."
That's the dozen is 12, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And so, exactly, you see what I'm dealing with? And so we eat them, and he goes, "I'll correct her in a little bit. I'll make sure she." So he goes, "We eat them pretty quick, 3 piece,
Yeah.
And she comes back, and goes, "Wow, y'all ate those pretty fast." And we were both like, "Yeah, 3's not that many." And she goes, "Do you want another dozen?" And he goes, "Yeah, bring me another dozen." And I looked at him, and he laughed. He goes, "I just want to see what comes back." She brought back another 6.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. So what did she charge you for?
She charged us for she didn't charge us for 2 dozens. She charged us for 1 dozen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we were looking. We were real quick to But yeah. it was-
So
oh,
since
man.
she charged you for one, do you think she was just gonna say like, "Here's one portion," and if they asked for another?
No, she asked us specifically if we wanted another dozen. and I looked at him, I said, "You damn lucky you didn't ask for a baker's dozen. Then you'd have been really
It
fucked."
came over. Yeah.
A baker's dozen's 13.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well,
But I-
teach you.
Speaking about restaurants and everything, I figured out if you worked at Chick-fil-A
Uh-huh.
or if you work at Chick-fil-A, you get a free scholarship wherever you want.
Really?
What?
Because I was with JB, one of my friends at Brookwood, and he knows a couple of people that work at the one in Tuscaloosa off of Exit 1.
Mm-hmm.
And his friend's getting a full ride to UCLA, and another one's going to Mississippi State.
Well, I know where you're getting a fucking job at.
Jesus.
I'm
They-
sure, obviously, based on grades and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you can't just like drop out and go work there and they give you a free scholarship. You have to be in school. They'll work your hours flexible. That way you can still go to school and everything. But if you like work there for a while and like just have good grades and do your time, there I'm pretty sure they give you.
Well, dude, you need to get a job, son.
Mhm.
So as soon as you get a chance, I will help you fill out that damn
Jeez,
application. Holy smokes.
Yeah. UCLA, boy, that's not cheap.
That's not cheap at all. Shit, none of them are cheap anymore.
I bet
man.
you it's not like full ride, but I bet you it's a good
Hey,
bit.
any money is good money. If you
Yeah.
got a half a ride,
I just didn't want to hype it all up and not be that.
well, you got to hype it up.
And
that's-
Chick-fil-A get flooded with resumes.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
but that's like it's just breaking at the seams.
There's probably more to it that I don't know, but that's just
Well, obviously, that girl that waited on us was not working for Chick-fil-A.
No. No, but she's got her looks to fall on.
Oh,
So,
but you know what's funny though? Now that I'm thinking about it, I got to make these two guys famous about this. Same week, I don't know what it is about restaurants this week, but we were on our way back and we were coming through Mississippi, and we stopped at Cracker Barrel in Mississippi, and we sat down for a lunch, and it was four of us, and we had this waitress come up. She looked like she was a rough mid-40s, like she'd.
so your typical Cracker Barrel waitress.
She was a rough. It was a rough mid-40s.
Oh.
So she was super nice. She said that, and she told us. She goes, "Hey, something, but don't worry, I'll fuck your order up before it's over with." And we were all like, "No, you won't. You did good. This and that, blah blah blah." Man, we sat there for 40 minutes almost, and we were like, damn." And she was delivering food to people that we knew come way after us. And all of a sudden, the manager comes out, and he goes, "Y'all's ticket didn't print." And we were like, "Are you kidding?" And we started laughing, and this chick was afraid to come back over there.
Yeah.
And I looked at all the guys. I said, "Hey, she didn't lie to us."
She called it. Yeah.
She did. I think you
She
can't
was
even be
honest.
mad. She called it.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
called it. And so we had these two guys that came in and sat next to us, and they were sitting there when the manager come out, and they laughed. They says, "Damn, y'all gonna get some free food?" And I was like, "Yes." I said, so that's what he says. We'll see what happens. And so by the time our food came out, they had only been sitting there, I ain't kidding you, 10 minutes max. Their food come out pretty much at the same time, and I looked around and I said, "Man, what kind of special treatment you guys getting?"
Yeah.
And they had the same waitress and
Oh
everything.
my God.
And so we were laughing because this other chick was filling their drinks up, and this chick was hardly even waiting on them, and we were giving them a hard time. I'm gonna call them Mike and Ike because I forgot to get their names.
at least she shouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, she didn't lie to us. I thought that was the fun. I couldn't even get mad because that was the part that I laughed about so much. Was because we, at the beginning of the whole thing, she told us she was going to screw it up.
Man, and that's the thing is some people are so bad at their job yet they manage to keep it. And that's what's shocking to
Oh
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I work with some.
Yeah, I do too.
I might be one of them. I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. Depends on who you talk to.
I mean, it is amazing, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, but Cracker Barrel, shit. I mean, how do you mess that up?
Well, if you don't put the order in, that's pretty easy.
Well, yeah, I guess. But isn't that step one?
That's the step one.
it's-
You got to put the order in.
Yeah.
It's like the guy goes, "Oh, we pushed yours up to the front of the line." I said, "Well, shit, I hope so. We've only been here 40 minutes. I mean, Jesus."
Trying to get a boiled egg, for God's sakes.
And it goes back to what I always laugh about. When I order off a menu, I never veer off that menu. I never ask for anything special. I go, if it's a number one, I want a number damn one. If it's a, whatever it is, you go eat with some people and they're like, "Okay, I want such and such, and I want the chicken, filleted, and they hit all these fucking
Yeah.
things. And I go, "I want that." I point at it so that even if they can't read or understand, they know which one I'm, pointing at, and they still fuck it up.
Oh, yeah.
I know that. Gavin will tell you, Gavin's been around.
I've
Gavin,
been around for a while.
yeah, Gavin's been around. Gavin doesn't like to go eat with me much anymore.
Definitely not a Waffle House either.
Oh, really? That's
Oh,
hard to mess
gosh.
up too, man. Damn.
Oh,
After the comedy shows that that one that I took you to at that hotel.
yeah, that's one of the best. They used to have a guy in there that was fantastic.
Well, they've got. I used every time after a set, I would go over there
Okay.
and get something to eat, and they were just killing it, man. I mean, that
Dude.
was one of the best around.
Dude, there was a guy in there at that particular one years ago, and I was in there, and it was standing room only. It was after a concert or after something went down, and these chicks, they had like 4 or 5 waitresses just screaming orders at him. Dude, he never looked over his shoulder, man. He was just steady cooking, and I mean, he was just killing. Dude, we had a table full of people, had jamming 6 or 7 into a booth the hardest we can, and that dude didn't fuck up anybody's
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like,
That's what's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Is you look at a Waffle House chef and you think, where did this guy go wrong in life? But I'm going to tell you, they got their shit together.
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
oh
I mean,
yeah,
they're
I don't
killing
know, I don't know how they teach them to remember all that stuff. I quit first day. I'd be like,
Yeah.
too much, man, too much.
Yeah, yeah.
You gonna make it, man? He's
Yeah.
falling out on us. He's great out of the gate.
What are we? 16 minutes in?
No, I'm not. No, I stayed up all night last night because I
Decent.
went to the Gardendale game and we didn't get back from Buffalo Wild Wings till we left at 11:30. So
Left Buffalo Wild Wings at 11:30, and then what'd you do? You went home and went to bed.
I went to a friend's house.
I'm just getting warmed up at 11:30.
11. Dave's stretching his legs at 11. He's out there doing the
Yeah.
left, stretch right.
Well, if I would have been at Brookwood, I probably would have hung out with JB and them. So I'd have been up and moving.
There you go. Left him moving. He was hanging out with old Flames today. I had to go pick him up from my old Flames house.
There you go.
We're not going to talk about that.
But it's almost time for you to get a car, right?
Oh, yes. I'm already ready.
He's ready. He wants keys now. You remember
Yes.
those times?
Oh God. Well, but down in Central Florida, I was raised, by horse farms.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I'll be honest with you. I didn't get my license till I was 18, but I was driving when I was 15. So it just, to me, a license was just a nuisance.
Yeah.
We didn't ever think about it. We just all hopped in a car and hauled ass and just drove everywhere. So
Right.
I literally got my license at 18. And,
Damn.
Yeah.
There's people back then, they didn't really care.
Back then.
Yeah.
Love how he said
Back in the old days.
Old days.
Well, it's not like forever ago, but it's definitely not recent. So
That's fair.
Definitely not.
Definitely
Yeah.
not recent.
But it was a different time. I think things was a little bit more relaxed back then.
now everybody's stuck up each other's butt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can't go nowhere without somebody wearing.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah. Gavin gets tracked. Where you going? What are you doing?
Oh, really?
It's
I don't
so
track.
bad.
To be fair, to let everybody know, I don't track him. I figure he'll call me when he needs me.
But now you've got cell phones and all that. Hell, when I left the house, I was leaving the house for 12, 14 hours.
They didn't have no idea where you were at.
I don't even know they cared. Hell, when I came back, I came back. I mean, shit, I'm just
I
gone.
don't even know if they care.
I probably like it when y'all were teenagers better than I like it now.
Oh.
And
Well,
nobody
there's.
cared.
I think there's good and bad of everything because now you can for us it was hard to meet people all over the place. You basically ran in your tight circles
Mm.
Yeah,
to whereas you're meeting people from God knows where and
everywhere.
yeah, and so look at that grin on his face
Yeah.
and so there's I think there's pluses and minuses to everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
Well,
I
we
tell you
all
what.
know why I got the tracking stuff on my phone.
well, if you want to spill it out there, you can spill it out there. That's what it's about.
Well, basically, last year it was homecoming for Gardendale, and we usually go rolling. And my first year ever doing it, first time. Everybody's already done it when they were little because they had older siblings that used to go there, so they were used to it. Well, I went out with some friends. Mom was like, "Be back at a certain time" because it was a Thursday, and it was still school season. So I was like, "All right, I'll go." 10:30 where I had to come back. I was like, "Mom, what about 11?" I get 11. I go home, perfect time, everything's fine. We didn't get in trouble while we went rolling. Went and rolled some friends. I get back at 11. I was like, my phone's finna die. I texted my mom.
He was living here, by the way.
Oh.
Time.
And at the time, I did not have Live 360. I just had regular iPhone tracking.
What did you say? Live 360.
It's
Live 360. It's a tracking thing that you can
Oh.
see where everybody's at.
yeah, and you can set these little zones to like for the house or somewhere. And if I get in that zone, it'll send a text to my mom saying Gavin made it home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't have that on me at the time. So when I got home, she checked it on the iPhone tracking, saw that I was home. And I was like, I'm going to charge my phone and go to bed. Well, I got in the house, charged my phone. I didn't stay home. I plugged my phone up, left
Where was
it
I at? I can't remember.
somewhere.
Yeah.
You were not home though. But I plugged it up. I was like, I'm going to bed. Love you. Good night. And I made it look like I was asleep. Because at the time, Mom was living at the apartments. So I plugged on my phone. I was like, all right, boys, let's go. So I get in the car to go roll more people. And I drive by Mom's apartment. I don't. My friend does. And I was like, oh, she's asleep. Or even if she does text me, she'll think I'm asleep. Well, she believed it, but no, my mom, she still went and checked. She drove by here,
I remember what it
had
was.
a key to the house, and walks in here and goes to my room. And it almost passed, she said, because my dog, Poncho, every time I'm there, he sleeps with me. Well, this little turd was walking around trying to find me, so he didn't go in my bedroom or anything. And my mom lifts the blanket, and there's some pillows and some blankets under there.
And that point is when she called the helicopters, the police.
Oh, no,
ambulance.
she didn't call them. She called the people I was with.
Oh, she knew who you were with.
Oh, yeah.
She had a good idea.
And she goes, y'all better bring my son back right now. I tell you what, that grounding is only for about 3 months. That's forever for me.
3 months. 3 months is a good long time.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He wasn't grounded. He got to do some other stuff. But what it was, I was out of town, I remember now, for work. And Amber had to work the bar, so she was gone till at least 2 or 3. And this turd, he thought, oh, I got it free. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You gotta live once, you know.
You gotta live. You gotta take a shot, right?
Well, I
Thing
can
is-
tell you, your father and I have never done anything like that.
Oh, yeah. I know Mom and Dad have.
We've never done anything like
Thing is,
that.
No.
even when he did find out, because obviously Mom texts him as soon as it happens, he was laughing about it, and Mom's over here acting like it's the end of the world. I'm like, yeah, I messed up, but it wasn't that bad.
Well, I mean, that's what mothers do.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just more.
She's a little bit more though. I can tell you that.
That's
Yeah.
oh, you got to be firm, but I did think it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
What I thought was funny is that he got busted. I was like,
Yeah.
he was like, you did the whole pillow thing. He was more worried about Amber coming in and peeking in on him.
Oh yeah,
And then,
Amber, she's scary.
She's scary, Amber?
I don't want to see. I don't want to get in an argument with her. I'd rather get in an argument with my mom.
Yeah. But no, I mean, but that's part of growing up in the youth, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna get busted, you're gonna make mistakes, and that's how you learn. You learn the value of consequences and accountability and all that.
right. You'd rather
So-
do it with something like that than something that.
It's definitely
It's gonna
not a
cost you
smart,
money.
one of the smartest decisions I made, but
No.
been there, done that now.
Well, I'll tell you, speaking of being busted, so I was raised in a house there's 4 boys in my family, but the last one didn't come till many years later. So it was me and my 2 older brothers. And the 2 older ones were at a football game. And I won't say what school, but it was here in the area, in the Birmingham area. So his buddies dared him because Randy they would always say he would take any dare, right?
Yeah.
And so, actually, never mind. I'm not even gonna tell.
You
the
know,
story.
you fucked up because you said the
I know,
name.
I
That's
know.
where you've already told this story.
Oh, have I?
Yes, you've
Oh,
already
okay.
told this story.
Yeah.
You might as well get. Hey, man, there's like 30 years, man. There's got to
Yeah.
be statutes of limitations on that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh no, I'm sure there is.
Well, I'll tell a story. You want Gavin? So, I'll tell you 2 good stories, and to give you a good laugh. Then you'll know why why I laugh when I laugh at some of the shit you do. So first, I was younger than when you got busted,
That's even worse already.
and so talking about 3 months been a long time. So right at the end of the school year, towards the first of the summertime, I had a buddy that he lived in the same neighborhood, and he called me. He goes, "Hey, we're gonna sneak out tonight, not to do nothing. We were like 7th graders, right?" And I was like, I don't really feel like. He's like, come on, man, we're gonna sneak out. And I was like, oh, okay. So peer pressured into sneaking out. So I sneak out my window. My window wasn't high off the ground. So
That's the movie stuff you be seeing.
yeah. So I had to
You
raise.
didn't sneak out. How did you get out of the house?
He walked out
I
the
walked
front
the front
door.
door.
Oh.
Nobody was here.
Oh.
So I had to raise the window, crawl out the window, drop down, and go met him and his little brother. And we're all just out goofing around the neighborhoods. No big deal, right? Well, all of a sudden we hear somebody yelling for him. And it was his dad. His dad did the same. He did the same thing. He put pillows up and tried. And his dad, when mom something went in and checked on him, and realized it wasn't him. So they're out there yelling for him. Mama. And so I'm like, oh, that's your dad. So he goes, dude, you gotta go. And I said, I'm out. And so boom, I took off running, hauling ass, and I made it back home, back in my window, in bed, no problem, because my parents were home. Me, I could sleep like a log. 5 minutes, I was just sleeping it up. Time went, but morning came, next no problem. I'm like, whew, I'm in the clear. Man, I tried to call that kid a little bit later in that day, know his mother answered the phone. He's grounded right now. And she slams the phone. She's just pissed off, right? Well, about a couple hours later, the phone rings, and it's her talking to my mom. This little motherfucker ratted me out.
Mm-mm.
He got grounded for a week. I got grounded the whole summer.
What?
Yes.
That's too much.
That's what I said. And I'm talking about, look, there was no internet. There was no video game shit. There was no nothing.
Basically, all she could do was just take your Monopoly board away from you. Hell, that's all-
Basically. Dude, I sat in the house. I only could go out. I couldn't leave the yard for 3 months.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's
man.
brutal, man. Me and him quit being friends after that.
Rightfully so.
Me
Can't
and him,
trust that guy.
yeah. I mean, we talked casually. We went to high school together for the next 5 years. Next junior high and high school,
Mhm.
and at that point, I mean, we'd speak casually, but man, we were not friends at all.
He never said anything about it?
No, he apologized, but I mean,
Apologize ain't nothing.
we just, and so that was one. So trust me, you come off very lucky.
Mm.
And the next time,
Get it from the best.
that's right. The next time was when I turned 16. When I was about 13 or 14, I always ran around with older kids, 16, 17-year-old kids. And my stepdad was a musician on the weekends. And my mother would always go to the bar with him on Fridays and Saturday nights. They wouldn't roll in till damn, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Ever since I was little on up. So when I turned 16, I get a card. My mother says, you got a curfew. And I'm thinking, a curfew? I've never had a curfew because they'd never thought to, give me a curfew before. And so I got a curfew of midnight. And I'm like, and I was chasing this little girl a couple towns away, right?
Mm.
So I was off with her doing the old kissy face thing, at 16. And she said something about what time it was. I was like, oh, fuck. So I jipped my car and I hauling ass. And I was running down 411 through Odenville and Moody trying to get home, doing about 134 miles an hour.
134 to be exact.
I know that because that's what the cops clocked me at.
Was you in your Firebird?
No, I was in a Nova, a 74 Nova that was pretty fast, and I blew by 2 cops behind a building.
You should have went to jail that night.
Dude, well, it gets better. So I'm hauling ass. This is out in the middle of the sticks, right? Straight away. Well, I'm getting into town, so I start slowing down. I don't see nobody behind me. So I'm sitting there at the red light, and my car's sitting there just loping. It was a muscle car. And all of a sudden, I see a little twinkles in my rearview mirror, and I look up and I go, oh, God, they got to be for me. So I was fixing to stomp it and heck a hard right. But they come up so hard. The first cop slid damn near sideways right up behind me. Just, and I was like, I can't run now. And they get out and they proceed to give me all kind of hell, telling me if they'd have died chasing me, how I'd go to jail forever and this and that, and blah, 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 all this shit, I'm sitting there taking it like a man. And guess who drives by?
Your mama.
My mother. Because she decided that she was going to stay home that night from her normal going out with my stepdad activities. And it was like 12:15, 12:20. And she got out. She pulled around, got out, started raising hell. and the cop told her to get her ass back in the car and go home,
Oh my god.
which didn't make it any easier for when
Yeah.
I got home.
Holy hell, man.
And so I didn't. So I didn't even. It was no big. All the stuff that Gavin gets in trouble for is no big deal. He's got
Yeah.
it so made.
Yeah. But if it's the first time you're getting busted, you know, it may seem like the end of the world, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't do. Yeah, for him.
Yeah.
Oh, if
Get
that's
about 5 or 6 of them under your belt. It won't be no big deal.
I'm not saying that it's not going to happen once or twice when I'm turning 16, but not the pulling over part, but the late.
your mother's gonna have a tracking device buried in your butt. You'll
She
never.
probably put one on my truck and my phone.
Oh, I'm sure. You can go ahead and get ready for that.
Jeez.
That way, if I'm away from my truck, she can tell.
Oh, absolutely. I'll never forget this guy named Rodney in high school. He did the same thing. It was hilarious. His dad was big, man. Had those big fucking grizzly pear hands, you know what I'm saying? Rodney was never a big guy, and he come home like super, super late, stoned. His dad whipped his ass in the yard, and Rodney was like, "Oh, Dad, I'll never do it again, never do it again." He goes, "You better not." The next damn day, he did it again, and his dad whooped his ass. And about the 5th or 6th ass whooping he got over that stuff, his dad gave up.
There was a group of us. We all went out one night, and we used to hit it hard on Saturday nights. There's 5 of us packed into a car, and we're already drunk. And then we just started. I mean, hell, it was only 7 o'clock at night. But one of the guys, his mother used to have one of those police scanners, and she listened to everything. Well, we get pulled over, and we're all, I mean, man, it's early. And to be as drunk as we were at that stage of the evening at 7 o'clock was ridiculous. So we get pulled over, and he's calling out our license over the thing, and his mother is listening.
Oh, damn.
And his phone, he had everybody leave the car, and they wanted to search the car.
Mhm.
So his cell phone rings. The cop picks it up, answers it, and hands it to my buddy. He goes, here, your mother's on the phone. It's just humiliating as hell.
How old were you?
Oh, we were all in our 20s, but it was just his mother was just, he didn't live at home.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she had nothing else to do but to sit there and listen to a police
That is
scanner.
hilarious.
That's what made it worse. If you're 15 or 16, that's one thing, but when you're in your 20s and your mother's calling you.
That's what our friends had when we went rolling was a police scanner.
Was a police scanner?
He had one in his car.
There you go. Sound like a criminal.
Yeah.
What else is he looking for? I have to get this guy's information.
Because he's been there, done that on the rolling, so.
On the rolling.
Hmm.
As long as it's just rolling.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's one of the reasons why I'm glad I don't have any trees in my yard. Little hellions come roll my house.
Yeah.
Got nothing to roll on.
That was
Oh.
big when I was young. When I was his
yeah.
age, that was the big thing.
They got a lot more ideas now than just rolling.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm setting up booby traps.
booby traps.
Yeah. I'm gonna
No, they have fruit roll in the yard, paintballing, eggs, everything. Everything you
Everybody
think
used to do
of.
egg stuff.
Yeah.
I watched a kid get his ass kicked for egging this guy's car one time we were in high school.
Hmm.
He just decided he was going to egg this guy's car, and the guy called him, and the guy didn't give a shit that he was underage or not. Just started beating his ass in the fucking front yard because egg will take paint off, you know.
Paintballs will too.
Yeah. So, woo.
Yeah, I bet that kid don't even eat eggs right
Yeah.
now. He's done with eggs.
He's got PTSD over eggs, and then he'll start
Yeah.
shaking in the egg aisle.
I'd be careful with them paintballs, boy. That them things will get you in trouble.
Oh yeah.
No, my friend, she has a paintball gun. That way, when people come, she caught somebody and started loading them up. with
Loading
some
them up for
paintballs.
messing
Oh.
with it.
Oh, so if they
in the-
come to their house.
Yeah,
she's-
defense only.
Yeah, I got you.
No, but those weird kids you always have at your school.
Yeah,
That some of them got caught paintballing somebody's house.
really.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'd be pissed.
Yep.
God, I'm pissed.
Paintballs hurt.
That's right. So what else going on, Gavin? Why don't you tell us about this? You know, we need to get that. Gavin, tell us about this wonderful cruise he went on this summer.
Oh, that was probably the best trip I've ever went on. Except Hawaii. Hawaii was pretty cool.
Where'd you go?
We started out in Tampa. That's where we loaded in. And I think we went straight to the Roman Islands. It's somewhere in Cuba. And it wasn't really nothing.
Never. The Roman Islands? I never heard.
Rohan, I think it was Rohan. I don't know. something with an R. And it was basically, I think, in Cuba. It wasn't nothing nice, but you know that tropical feel you get. It's just cool. It's just the vibe is nice.
Huh.
So we get there, and we already been on the boat for a day and a half sailing there, and we go. We get off. We have to wait. It's super early in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. You have to, and we were going to take pictures and snorkel. And what are you doing?
Come
Don't
on,
worry about me.
him.
You don't focus on me.
I get
you
sidetracked.
He gets sidetracked.
Don't worry about you.
But we had got up early that morning, and we had because it's hard to find Wi-Fi, but we found a little cafe that had Wi-Fi. I was able to call him and mom and people I wanted to tell.
I want to hear the fun stuff.
I'm getting.
Oh, okay.
You gotta
I mean,
build
come on. Tell me
gotta
about.
build it.
Him and Amber tell stories about the same way.
I mean,
You
tell me
gotta
about
build it
finding a
up.
cafe with Wi-Fi. Give me the good stuff.
But after that, we eat breakfast and everything. We go to the boat to go snorkeling and swim with stingrays. And we get on the boat, and I don't get seasick, but some people got seasick. And we get out in the water, talking about clearest water I've ever seen in my life. Like, you could just look down there and see the bottom.
Mhm.
It could be at least 20 feet deep, and you still see the bottom. And we finally get there, and you know there's people that work there forever. They were all just jumping in, petting them like they're some dog or something.
Mhm.
I was like, you're going to have to give me a little bit, build my self-esteem up.
Yeah.
There with them.
So,
And so everybody jumps in, and I got my flippers on and my goggles. I'm like, y'all getting in there for real? They go, yeah, that's what we're here for. I was like, all right, I'm getting in there. I sat there and talked to myself. I was like, you got to get in there, dude. I was like, no, I can't do that. I get in there, and I've been snorkeling before when we went to Hawaii, but I was 12.
yeah, something like
12, so I don't remember it. But we start snorkeling. It was so cool. Like, I almost touched this really bright orange fish. I forgot what it was they said it was, but we get there. I start snorkeling. Everybody has their little life jacket off. I take mine off. I'm going under everybody. You can't really touch the coral because it's like they said somebody's like broke them before.
Mhm.
But we're down there. There's some cool things you can see in Mexico. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that. And we get back on the boat, and then we go to the stingrays. Well, I get in there, and everybody did their, well, it's like a rotation. One worker gets with a couple people, and you just hold the stingray, pet it, and everything. And he was telling us the instructions like they're supposed to do. Well, it's my turn, and I'm like, oh, you want me to go up there? He goes, yeah, I want you to go up there. I hold my arms out. And you're supposed to like hold it out like this. That way they can swim up to you.
Mhm.
And they do that. And the bottom felt like sandpaper. But I think the top felt like sandpaper. And the bottom felt like, I don't know, it's just slimy. It was like satisfying, but weird at the same time.
Sounds like my love life.
I was gonna say that won't be the last time you have that feeling. For sure.
That took a change real quick.
I took a detour into Gavin.
But I'm holding this thing, and my friend's mom's taking pictures. That way I can post them on Instagram. And he goes, it was a girl apparently. The girl ones are bigger, and the males are smaller. And he goes, kiss it. He goes, kiss it. I said, what? He goes, kiss
that
the
old fat girl.
stingray. He goes, kiss the stingray. I said, how do I do that? And you're like, they're like, so the mouth's on the bottom. and
You
when
kissing on the mouth?
No.
Oh.
I'm explaining to you where it is. The mouth's on the bottom, and the eyes are on the top. They look sideways and forward. But they had this little thing on the nose where they can sense vibrations. If you make a noise, they come up to you, and it looks like they're trying to kiss you.
Mhm.
And so I got a picture of it, and it was pretty cool. And then we just took regular photos.
Okay.
And then after that, we went to the Cayman Islands in Honduras. And that was really cool because we went to this place called Little French Key. And it's basically you got Honduras, the regular island, and a little bitty island on the side. And it's like if you got this and cut it in half, the smaller part is obviously Little French Key, and the other side is Big French Key. And it has a little bar on there, a little place where they have not big concerts, but just if you want to sit down and listen. And they have some really cool stuff. Like there's swings that's in the water. There's these little seats that are supposed to be like hands. There's those you can rent a paddleboard and go paddleboarding. Again, the water's still clear as day. And there's fish swimming in there. Like as soon as you're eating, because they have a little bar out in the water, you can eat out there. And there's just fish swimming through your legs. They don't care. They're used to it. So they just keep swimming. And me and Jackson, there's this place where you could jump off. Of course, he's doing over backflips and everything. And I was just jumping off. I did a front flip once, but I almost died. I over-rotated a little
Over-rotated?
bit. Yeah. But we took Instagram pictures there. And then we went to Belize. And that was not really that good. We didn't have a good experience there.
Really? I've always heard good things about it.
Well, I bet you it was supposed to be. But when you get there where the port is, that place is not very nice. But if you go on excursions, I've heard it's nice, like you said it was. But that's where my friend's mom really wanted to go. And that night we had stayed up all night because you go out and eat every night. Well, we go out and eat, and then there's like little bitty clubs there. Depends on age. Camp Ocean is like 13 and under. This other one is 14 through 15. No, yeah, 14 through 15. And then you got Club O2 is 16 through 17. Something like that. 15 through 17, yeah. And I'm 14, so they were almost making me go into the little kids club. But I was like, I want to be with older people. Dad knows. And so we talked to the people. And they talked to my friend's parents, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll let you come up here, because one, you look older, so you could even if somebody came and asked, you still pass for it." And they're like, "But if you act up, then we're gonna have to send you back down." I'm like, okay. And then, so we hung out there on nights after we ate and talked to people everywhere. I'm talking about North Carolina, Texas, Georgia, Florida, everywhere. It's crazy. And then, yeah, Frankenstein is 18 up. And we had a friend, he's from Miami. His birthday was on the cruise. So half of the week he went to Club O2 because he was 17. And the half of the other week he went to Frankenstein. And so he basically just chose which one he wanted to go through. We always thought that was so funny because you'd see him walk in there, talk to these older girls, walk out and go to the younger ones. I was like, you can't be going to old to young.
We couldn't lie to them older ones.
Right.
You can only lie to those younger ones. That's it.
But so we stayed up all night. We didn't get back into our room until like 2 or 3, which that's fine for me. I can wake up 6 and still be fine. But Brad and Stephanie, they tried to do the same thing. Woke up late. We got there to the port and everything was fine, but we missed the boat. She was so mad. And, like, I understand why, because she's been looking that up for months, wanting to do it. And I felt bad, but then she kept, like, blaming it on us. I was like, we woke up. We might not be fully awake, but we woke up.
But you didn't wake her up.
I know. And so she's mad about that. So we were like, well, we need to kind of just a chill day anyway.
Right.
So we got on the boat. A lot of people stayed, honestly, because they heard that it's bad. There was a bunch of sex trafficking over there.
Wow.
Like
they probably picked him up at that 13-year-old club. Hell, that's where they met him.
No, that's on the boat. That's on the boat.
Oh, that's on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
But that island wasn't one of the nicest. But we ate there, wait for the boat to come back, because it was like 20-minute wait between each boat to get back to the cruise, because they can't pull all the way up there. It's too big. And so we ate. I've met some people and then saw some people that were on the boat. They were eating. Talked to them. And we get on the boat, same routine, eat at dinner, go out. Well, we go to Cozumel.
Go on with it.
I can tell.
You can tell whatever you want to. It's
All
a free radio.
All right. So
Dave's like, hold on a second.
better be juicy.
So Cozumel, that's really in Mexico. It's like midway. And you have to be 16 to drink over there legally. No, I think it's 18. 18, yeah. Sorry. Ain't that young. But
So
you have to be 18 to drink. So we were going to this big water park everybody's going to, but it was sold out. You couldn't get no tickets. And so we're like, well, we'll just ask one of the locals where to go. So we found this other water park. It was nice. It was just like a little bitty version of that one that we wanted to go to. And I've been able to sip on little drinks every now and then, but nothing crazy. Because Mom was like, as long as Stephanie's around, parent supervision, you can do whatever you want. Just don't do nothing stupid when you get off the boat. Well, me and Jackson were going down the slides and everything. We're like, let's go ask Stephanie and have some drinks. And we get this thing called Tequila Sunrise. Best drink you'll ever have.
Vaguely familiar with it.
Best drink I've ever had. And
better be the only drink you've ever had.
Yeah.
well, like I said, I've been able to try drinks, so like sips. So we're eating. That's my drink for my meal. And Stephanie's like, it's too strong. I was like, I'll finish it. She goes, oh, you think you can? I was like, yeah, give it to me. She goes, all right, chug it. It was about halfway full. These drinks are about regular size, probably this big or something like that. Just regular kitchen drinks you having. Gone.
So he chugged about 18 ounces or 8 ounces.
That's done. And Shelby, his older sister, just started laughing. And she goes, all right, let's see if you can do this one. About halfway to. I'm 14 drinks. I'm taking advantage of it. I'm in Mexico. Gone. And Brad's like, oh, so you think you're Mr. Big Shot?
Shit.
I was like, no, it's just as easy. And Stephanie warned me tequila sneaks up on you, which I wasn't listening, obviously. But so Brad, he lets me have a beer or something, and we're eating. And then we go to the pool. I get 5 more.
5 more? Jesus Christ.
No, you can't be getting mad at me.
I'm not. I'm saying I would have drank 5 more.
Because Mom knows about it. So let's just say I got a little more than tipsy.
A little more than tipsy, I guess so. Jesus Christ.
We left the water park. This is all off of knowledge I was told, not that I remember.
There's your first lesson.
Yeah.
But we're going to buy bracelets because I used to wear all those bracelets. You know? And I was like, I don't feel too good. I went and released the demons about twice.
Yep, there you go. That'll teach you.
And the little alleyway it tasted so bad. And then that's when the after part of the effects come. And I'm sitting there in the middle of a shop, heads hurting, just like this, swaying back and forth. And we go back to the boat, and you have to push every card. It's like this card that basically says you're on the boat and all that. I can't find my freaking card in my swimming trunks because I had obviously front pockets, but I forgot I had a back pocket because I was not okay. And I'm like, I can't find my card. And the guy's like, well, who are you with? I was like, I'm with them. They were behind me because I went first. And they had a little canine. I was like, look at the doggy. I got completely sidetracked. And he goes, where's your card, son? I was like, I don't know. Can I get back on the boat? He goes, where's your parents? I was like, it's not my parents, my friends, but they're right here. He goes, all right, just get a new card when you get back on there because obviously people are going to lose. So they had a station where you could get new ones. And we get back on the boat and go eat. I'm eating. I'm falling asleep. I can't even cut my steak or anything. It was so bad. And I was like, I need a nap. I took a 2-hour nap, and it felt like I just didn't drink that whole day. I was like, is that how it works?
No, that's not how it works. So as you get older, those days.
Yeah. And recovery time's a lot longer.
So the next day I wake up, I'm fine. I had a little headache. More than just a little headache. It was a bad headache. But I check in my swimming trunks and I forgot I had a back pocket. There's the card.
Well, that is your first lesson of many times that you will not be the first to pull that off.
Yeah.
Many people have lost their license and all
Mm.
that good jazz.
Oh yeah.
But I met a lot of people on that boat that I still talk to on Snapchat today.
There you
People from, like I said, Miami, North Carolina. One of them lives in New York, Massachusetts, Texas, and Indianapolis.
Awesome.
go. Sound like you're living Dave's life.
Please don't. I don't
You
recommend it.
don't recommend.
That 7 days felt like a whole month, pretty much. That's a big exaggeration, but
No, I mean sometimes if you're out having a good time, it could feel like a
there
long
there
time.
wasn't really a bad day there was on the boat.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it. But his dad didn't tell you when we were deciding on going to Hawaii. Amber was like, "Let's do a Disney cruise." I was like, "I'm scared of cruises," because I was like the Titanic, and they all made fun of me. We were at O'Charlie's. I remember it. They were like, "You want to go to a cruise or Hawaii?" Because he just got back from that side job in Tennessee,
Mhm.
and they were like, "Let's plan a big vacation." And Amber goes, "Ooh, let's do a Disney cruise." I said, "No, it's gonna sink like the Titanic."
He was
I
scared of
didn't hear
cruises.
the rest of that for like a couple months. They were just still bothering me about it. And they're like, "Well, let's do a Hawaii trip." I was down. I was like, "I don't care if that plane crashes. I'd rather do a plane crash than a boat sink."
Still be in the damn ocean.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
But you probably did the right thing. I think
Yeah, it was-
Hawaii.
it was
Hawaii was fun.
definitely worth it. 7 days, right?
Yeah, something like that. It was good stuff. We're thinking about going on a cruise next year. You want to go, Dave?
Oh, we'll see. Perhaps.
That'd be awesome, man. Get a bunch of us to do a cruise down.
But
Same thing.
That would be fun.
when I got back, I had like a week and a half before school. Went shopping for school clothes, getting ready for school. And my friend Devin texts me. He goes, "Hey, you want to go to a little 3-day beach trip? Let's go." Packed my stuff, hopped in the truck, and we were going to Panama City.
This
and-
motherfucker.
Met people from Georgia. Met people from near here, actually, in Alabaster and Pelham. So I still talked to a bunch of them today, too.
Man, living the dream.
Yeah, but I mean that's all part of being 15.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Man,
So-
getting
I
out,
was-
experiencing things.
I was telling his friend's dad that I said his 20s are going to suck. I said he's going to peak out in high school. And
Yeah.
he's going to have to go. He's got to go to work for a living in his 20s, man. He'd be like, "This ain't worth a shit."
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of beach trips, I'm going to another one in September.
Really?
It's just a family one that I can't bring like Devin or anybody.
Gotcha.
Because I was going to bring my friend JB because he's really cool. Like
Mhm.
we've only known each other for about 2 weeks now, but he takes me home from school after workouts because he's on the baseball team too. And ever since that first day we rode home, like it felt like we knew each other for like a year or two.
That's good.
So like we're really good friends now. And Mom met him and she likes him too. He says it's pretty cool.
That's good. That's what it's all about, man, making those memories. They'll start making country songs about you before long.
That's it. Yeah.
No, but Brookwood, it's not really super nice like Gardendale, like the school is, but it's a 6A school. It's recently new, decently new, 2-story. It's big. So it's more expanded out than it is like tall and has more stories. But the people there are way better than people at Gardendale. People at Gardendale are stuck up. But over there, they just, if you're cool, they're cool.
Way more relaxed.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot today, Dave.
Yeah, we did.
We learned that my son is a borderline alcoholic, binge drinker. He lives a better life than me and you combined.
Currently, yeah.
Currently,
Sure.
This summer was his hopefully not his peak summer of his
Definitely
school
one of
year.
my best so far.
So far, he's
Well,
killing it.
They'll continue to get better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get driving on the road.
on the
Oh,
road.
Well, there's gonna be a girl on the passenger.
There's more trouble to come.
Yeah.
All right, we'll end it up. We'll hit. Let's hit Amber's commercial one time, and before we go though, remind everybody you're listening to this. Friday the 13th of September. Miranda, the Ghost Hunters, Ghost Biker is going to be on the show. It's going to be a great show. We're also doing the meet and greet at Club South. The next day, the 14th, 1 to 4, tons of sponsors. We got All American Ford. We got Stay Gold Tattoo. We got Gentown Cycles. The Elitas are coming. It's going to be a fantastic event. Still haven't heard who the food truck's going to be yet.
Yeah.
No, Amber's kicked that around a couple times.
Mm.
This, like you said, Dave, we're hoping to see damn helicopters flying around. We want to know what the hell's going on.
Police and news helicopters.
Yeah, we want
event.
we want it to be so epic that you really have to walk a damn good ways just to get there if you're not on a motorcycle. So
Yeah.
bikes get first dibs on parking right out front. So please ride your bikes out.
Mhm.
If you can't ride your bikes, there's parking on 10th. There's parking down at the park. Everything's inside. It's a smoke-free event, so don't worry about smelling like smoke, even though it's a bar. There will be food and drinks. Obviously, the bar is going to be open and running. It's going to be a good time. Got some raffles going on, and should be an epic event.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, if you've never been to Club South, this would be a good time to check it out and find a new kind of little small time bar that it's
Very intimate.
yeah, and it's an easy place to pop in, have a few drinks, and then get out, after work or whatever.
Absolutely.
So if you want to experience a new place, I mean, that would definitely be a good chance to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hit that
Okay.
commercial first, and then we'll hit that music and we'll be out of here.
All righty.
This is the Furlough Podcast, brought to you by All American Ford in Aniana, Alabama. Stop by and see John Makovica and his team today.